Knock, knock. Hey there. Just want to let you know before this episode starts, we will not have a spoiler review. Yeah, I did it by myself. It was really bad. It was just a summary. I didn't really discuss anything. So there will be no spoiler review for this episode. And before we start, I do want to let you know we have a sponsor. Lofty Grind Athletics is sponsoring this episode. So what's Lofty Grind about? Lofty Grind Athletics is a motivational athletic brand. They are selling products that pretty much want to motivate and inspire people. They want to motivate and inspire the world. And they want to let you know, hey, you can get your workouts. You can go after your athletic and fitness goals. Now, one of my favorite shirts they have for sale right now is the Conquer Your Challenges shirt. The Conquer Your Challenge shirt, which I wore on American Ninja Warrior. I wear it at the gym. I wear it at Ninja Warrior gyms. It is 100% polyester. It also weighs 3.5 ounces, so it's lightweight and it won't hold you down. Get you to the workout and it doesn't hold sweat. I really love this shirt, and I'll say you guys go check it out. They have it right now for $15, and there's another one that refuses to be at work. Check them out, guys. The website is www.loftygrindathletics.com. One more time. www.loftygrindathletics.com. Oh, why not one more time for the home run? www.loftygrindathletics.com. Check it out, guys. And here's the start of the episode. Spider-Man is back, and this time he's gonna face Dr. Octopus, try to save his love with Mary Jane, and just a bunch of other crazy stuff. It's Spider-Man 2, and it's time for this episode of Movie Showdowns. What's up, world, and welcome to another episode of Movie Showdowns. I'm your host, Zakka here. I'm gonna make a really quick disclaimer. I have twin nieces, and they're gonna be in the background of this episode. You're gonna hear their voice throughout it. So you're listening or watching, you're like, I see two grown adults, but I hear this high-pitched voice. It's probably because they're jumping around for no reason. So just gonna give you the heads up, and you see that, you hear that, I'm sorry. My mom's looking at me right now. She's like, why are you doing this? Which kind of introduced my guest. My mom, she's back, returning. Thanks for coming back to another episode. Appreciate it. And sorry, guys. And on today's, before we get started, I'm going to give you guys a rundown what Movie Showdowns is about. So Movie Showdowns is a movie review series that I started with. We don't have a friend or family member, we get on here, discuss a movie, new or old, and we'll talk about where it's a bad movie, good movie, our opinions on it. Sometimes we might like it, sometimes we might not like it. It's a showdown. We might butt heads, and that's what it is. And we do have a grading system. It's a plus or minus grading system, like how it does in the elementary educational system. A's through F, plus and minuses do count, and pretty much. Please tell a friend, please tell a family member that you think they might enjoy this series. Say, hey, I know a guy named Ali. He does a movie review series. It's hilarious. It's probably not hilarious. I don't know where it is. Tell them. And they might enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And let's get it started. So here we go. The synopsis, the review, the recap of Spider-Man 2. Peter Parker is back. He told Mary Jane that in the first movie that he didn't love her or he can't be with her. Pretty much friend-zone himself, and he's going through life as Spider-Man and going through all this stuff, trying to keep his life together as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. And when he's doing this, he comes across another villain named Dr. Octavius, Dr. Oct, one of my favorite comic book villains. And it's just pretty much like, it's the life of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. That's the best way to explain it. It's the life of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And Spider-Man 2. And get to the characters of this movie. Because you're giving this look. You want to say anything about it? Or?
No, we have Spider-Man, Mary Jane. It's pretty much who the characters are in this movie. Besides the villain.
In Spider-Man, you have Peter Parker, played by Tobey Maguire again. He returned. And in this movie, in the first movie, Peter Parker was like a dork, a nerd, trying to figure out his life and everything. Like,
he's still a dork. He's still a nerd.
But in this time, it's more like he's super selfish. Like, I understand he's Spider-Man. He doesn't want to try to tell everybody that, like, I'm Spider-Man. He's trying to keep his secret identity a secret. But then he expects other people in his life to be more of a, like, be just okay with that. Like, okay that he's not showing up to events, not explaining why he's not showing up to events. Like, Mary Jane Watson, her career is taking off. In the first movie, she wants to do, like, showbiz and theater. Well, in this one, her career is taking off. Who's Mary Jane, played by Kirsten Dunst again. Her career is taking off. And Peter's kind of like, I can't make your show.
Peter is depressing. That's what I took from this movie. Not a real big comic book fan, so I really don't know Peter's background as far as a comic book story-wise character. But he was just a very depressing character in this movie.
He did have moments, yeah.
No, he didn't have moments. I mean, from the beginning, I'm just like, ooh. I probably watched this movie about 20 years ago, probably, if that's how old this movie is.
It came out in 2004, so...
The movie is not that old, but it felt like I watched it a long time ago. I didn't really notice how whack this movie really is, but I watched it again, and I know why I haven't watched it again since probably 2004.
Which is funny you said, because this movie is actually considered one of the top-notch superhero movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, it's the best one out of all the Spider-Man movies so far. Yes, so far. And, like, from character development to the storyline to the certain villains, like, this whole movie really, like, it's really good to watch. And now that I'm older, because I'm a comic book fan, so to me, this is a really good movie portraying like that. It wasn't, like, super cheesy over the top, but it also wasn't, like, it didn't take itself too seriously, I felt like.
Well, from the beginning of the movie, you know, it was like they in New York, depressing. It was all this traffic and, you know, all this hectic, you know, and then Peter just seems like he's just this very meek person that doesn't have this voice for himself. And then he puts on his Spider-Man cape and it still seems like he doesn't have a voice. Still doesn't seem like he has a voice. And it just seemed like dude needed to have some medication or something because he was a downer. So I don't know. Don't know a whole lot about Peter Parker and Spider-Man because I'm not a big comic book fan, as I stated before. But this dude was depressing.
Huh. Well, it kind of makes sense because he had all this stress on him. Like, he wanted to tell Mary Jane that he loved her. He got in a fight with his friend Harry Osborn, who played by James Franco, same character from the last one, who doesn't trust Peter anymore. Like, Peter Parker and Harry are best friends, but after the first movie where Norman Osborn, which is Harry's father, gets killed, the Green Goblin, the villain there, he gets killed, and Harry thinks it's Spider-Man's fault, and he thinks Peter Parker knows who Spider-Man is, but Peter Parker's not covering up. He thinks Peter's covering up for his friend. So they're butting heads there. Yeah. The girl of his dreams about to get married to another guy.
He ain't speaking up.
Yeah.
He ain't speaking up.
Which is funny because she throws some stuff at him at the end of the last movie. Say, I love you, Peter. I want to be with you. And Peter's like, I can't.
Peter didn't step up again. Just didn't step up.
But then this whole movie, he expects her to just stay in the same place in life till he gets ready.
She didn't stay in the same place. Yeah. She moved on, got her little career going, her little theater acting career going, and she was about to get married, so she was moving on. She didn't stay stuck in the same place.
But you said you didn't finish this movie, right?
Yeah, I didn't. I checked out early. I tried to watch the whole movie, and I checked out. You know, I don't want to give away any scenes or anything about the movie, but yeah, I think I got a good hour and a half in. How long? The movie's pretty long.
The movie was, what? It's 2 hours and 7 minutes?
Yeah,
a 2 hour movie?
The movie's pretty long, and I think I checked out probably about an hour. And I almost made it to the end. I mean, probably like the hour and 30-minute mark.
Because Mary, she doesn't really move on. Like, she I don't want to give...
There's a lot of things left unsaid. Like, Peter's like, I want to say this, but I can't. And then she's like, I want to say this, but I can't. I'm waiting on you to say it. Speak up, Peter. And he's supposed to read her mind. So as we're watching this movie, these characters are portraying this, you know, yearning for each other, but they're not speaking out on it. And so we as the movie watchers can say, well, why don't y'all just say something, you know? But that's pretty much where we're going with this relationship in this movie. as much as I got from it, but
I did have that same feeling watching it again. I was like, why don't you just tell her? Like, dude, regardless of who you are, like, how do you think your villain's gonna speak? And honestly, this happened in the comic book. Like, Peter didn't reveal himself in the comic book until much later. So I understand how they went along with that, but the way they portrayed it in this movie, it was like, Peter, think about this. Because she knows who you are, it doesn't make your villains automatically assume who she is, or make your villains automatically assume who Peter Parker is. Mm-hmm. The only reason why it just seemed to happen that Peter and Spider-Man are in the same area is because you happen to be there every time something happens. You gotta go change your clothes. So if I was a normal person looking like, okay, Peter Parker's there, he was there, but now Spider-Man's there.
Put two and two
together.
Like
that. Not many people have that same thought process of seeing it over and over again. Like. Mm-hmm. Maybe one person might see one instance of it, just a random guy I saw with glasses on was in the street with me, and all of a sudden I look for him, he's gone, and here comes Spider-Man swinging through.
I mean, anybody put two and two together,
but to see like New York with millions of people, like the likelihood of Peter Parker being Spider-Man is really, really slim.
Really?
Like how many people in New York?
He revealed himself in the film, though.
Yeah.
So I think there were some moments in the film that that picked up a little bit. For the most part, it was slow moving, and then it picked up, and it was almost like a roller coaster movie. You know, it's even keeled. It went up a little bit, and then it went back down, and then I had to get up and do some things. I had probably wash some clothes and pick some food for the grandkids. So yeah, this is not a movie that I could have sat straight through and had me on the edge of my seat, where I can just watch it and be like, oh, this is so exciting, I can't miss a part. Wasn't that for me. It's Spider-Man 2 for me was pretty much like a love story with the hero in disguise as a backstory, and then this villain dude came in. So yeah, just the comic book fan over here enjoyed it. But
that's funny. I really thought about that too. That's exactly what I thought. Like in the first movie, me and Steve talked about in the video that just came up, Spider-Man review. We talked about it how. This movie, the first 5 minutes, it picked up, it ran. Oh. It ran in, the
first one?
Yeah, the first 20 minutes, he was like, okay, this is Peter Parker. Oh, he got bit by the spider, and now he's off doing Spider-Man stuff. Mm-hmm. And this one, they slowed it down, or maybe, I don't know, the criticism at the time was like, they went too fast. I'm not sure that's why they slowed it down in this one. They made it was literally, if you took out Spider-Man, this is a love story. Yeah. It's completely that. It's a romantic movie that has superhero stuff in it. Exactly what I thought watching this. Like, wow, this is not Spider-Man movie. This is more of a Peter Parker love situation.
It's not 100% action movie.
Right. Yeah. Now the villain, Dr. Octavius, who's played by, pull him up right now.
He was an odd villain for me. Like, he's not the villain I would think he would be, but
where is he at? You thought he was an odd villain?
Yeah, I thought he was an odd villain.
Alfred Molina. He played Dr. Octavius.
He got his wife killed for no reason. They told him to. I didn't want to get a part of the movie back, but he got his wife killed in this movie for no reason. The dude was that Spider-Man's parents?
No.
No, it was his friends or something. His father's friend or something.
No, it was Harry Osborn. He was supporting Dr. Octavius for an experiment that could make the world different.
Yeah, he had the villain mentality. He just felt like he had it all under control and he was gonna make this thing work. So yeah, he had the villain mentality, but he got his wife killed. That's all I could think about in that part.
Dr. Octavius, I think his costume in this movie is really cool. I like the way how he's portrayed in this movie. Because in the comic books, he's in a lab coat. He's in a white lab coat with Dr. Octopus with the 4 arms.
Yeah,
that's what he
had Octopus arm in the comic book.
Yeah, so that's what his exact portrayal of the comic book. Yeah. So in this movie, he's more
his tentacles are more metal and steel.
No, that's how he is in the comic book too. It's the same exact thing, same exact style. Only thing is in this movie, he's just wearing a jacket. He's wearing a can't think what you call it.
I don't know, some type of
trench coat.
Yeah, something like that.
But to me, I like this Dr. Octavius character in this movie. Like to me, he was a villain, but he wasn't really a bad guy. Though. Like he was just trying to find a way to prolong his science experiment, trying to make it successful.
He was a bad guy.
But he wasn't just mass killing for no reason. Though. He had a reason behind what he was doing.
He was hurting people. Yeah. If you're a villain, you're a villain. You're gonna kill some innocent people for no reason because you're the bad guy. He killed his wife, first of all. She was the very first
Okay, that
person.
wasn't intentional, though.
It was intentional because he
No.
could have stopped what he was doing.
Well,
He had to stop, but he was arrogant. He was like, I got this under control. And
yeah.
yeah.
But, like, how was it? Like,
that was intentional because had you just stopped.
they tried to stop it. It wasn't going, like, it wasn't, because the dude's like, it won't shut off.
I saw it where they could have stopped it. he smacked Spider-Man out the way. He smacked Spider-Man out the way. So, yeah, he killed his wife. That's all I can think about.
Because I actually watched the whole movie and saw, like, okay, the reason why he was doing certain parts was, like, he was doing this because he wanted to prolong his experiment to try to make this happen. But, like, he wasn't just, like, certain villains in the movies, you're like, I'm just going to shoot this dude for no reason. You know, he can live. I'm just going to kill him off. Like, the dude's not stopping, but I'm just going to shoot him. Like,
But that's ultimately what he did. When he was doing his destruction, he was killing innocent people. And all villains are like, you know, you know, I'm the evil person and you know, I'm on top of the world and I'm going to destroy everybody to get what I want. So, yeah. They're only self-centered. All villains become self-centered, whether they are intentional villains, which he was an unintentional villain.
mm-hmm.
He started out as an unintentional villain, but he became a villain. And whether it's unintentional or intentional, they kill innocent people. And I feel like they just do it for the heck of it because they're self-centered. So
I just saw, like, his story. I can see his story. I can see why his motives, like other villains in movies, I don't get their motives, or they just want to do the basic, I want to conquer the world. And he wasn't like, I'm not trying to conquer the world. I'm just trying to get this done. And once it's done, our experiment's over, I'm leaving. Like, that's the way I looked at it. He just happened to, anybody who tried to stop him, he'll just get them out the way. So that one scene in the hospital, which I was like, why?
yeah, I didn't understand what was happening there either.
But however, there's a chip on the back of his neck
Oh, yeah,
here.
the thing that went into his spine.
Yeah, and he's like, that chip keeps me in control. But when Spider-Man, the incident happened, it actually got fried. And that's why the arms that think on their own was able to fight his brain
so the
off.
arms are the villains.
It's another villain in a movie where...
The arms are their own villains.
It's another villain in a movie where he's getting talked to by somebody else. Like, the main bad guy's having voices in his head and getting spoken to somebody else. Because Green Goblin was the same way.
Yeah.
Norman had conversation with the Green Goblin psychotic character in his mind. Just... Yeah. Storyline. Because everybody else in this movie, besides Jonah Jameson, the owner of the Daily Bugle, who played by
true
J.K. Simmons
character.
again. I love him. He made me laugh.
He's a true cartoon character. I mean, if you ever watch any comics, that person is a live comic book character. That character for this movie is the live characters that you see in cartoons.
He made me laugh so much. Like, anytime, no, how about this? Dr. Otto Octavius. Like, Doc Ock. Like, okay, sir. Like, is that one little scene where one dude has an idea and he's like, no, that's a stupid idea. Then he has an idea and he's like, oh, this is a great idea. Like, there's a scene throughout the movie where he's like, meeting people. Hey, meet my wife. Meet my this, meet this. And he's just like, super goofy, like you said, goofy character. I got laughs from him. Storyline. The storyline of this movie, we kind of already talked about it. What do you think of the storyline?
Told you. I thought this movie was whack. It was trash. Ali might not agree with me. Probably hate me for it. It was whack. Storyline didn't make sense. Like I said, I checked out early. The part that kind of held me watching was when Spider-Man was trying to hold on to the subway train to keep all these innocent.
Yeah, you was almost to the end.
Oh, that was almost to the end. Okay, well then I
Yes.
made it to the end, but I had to get up. I had to take some breaks, so I didn't see a lot of it. But yeah, they was the editors of the movie. I guess they forgot that they had blown the windows out on the subway before, and this guy was looking out the window. And then all of a sudden, when Spider-Man was trying to pull the train, again, he was trying to his best to keep this subway train from falling off the tracks. The window was there again, and then it was bust out again. So I was like, why did they not? Who was editing this movie? Because I'm pretty sure if I go back and watch it slow-mo, I'm going to find a lot of other stuff in there. And I just couldn't understand that. Like, the window busted out twice. So after the window, you didn't see that? So after the windows busted out, the people were looking out the window.
You can't bring the spoilers here.
What?
You can't bring it to the spoiler here, but I guess you already explained.
All right, but then you didn't see it?
Wasn't we looking at the windows?
Yeah, I had to rewind it 2 or 3 times. I was like, wait a minute. Because the windows busted out. That's why I was watching the windows. The windows bursted twice.
It's different parts of the subway, though, but...
The windows literally reshaped themselves back and then busted out again. Okay? So yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so I was almost near the end of the subway scene.
Yeah, you had like 20 minutes, 30 minutes left, and you've been done.
That's what I said. I watched about an hour and a half besides getting up.
Yeah, you was almost done with the movie.
Okay, so my review was...
Well, before you grading with storyline though, just storyline only, what did you think of the storyline?
I just told you.
You said storyline. Okay, I guess you said what?
I just told you. I don't even know what storyline was what I told you. I thought it was a... Gosh. It was the story was basically about how depressing Steve... What's his name?
Peter Parker?
Peter Parker. It was basically about how depressing Peter Parker's life was. That's what this movie was about. And I'm just like, wow. It's really about how he's he I guess he carries a lot of the weight on his shoulder and some of the things he could just like let go. Yeah, you're right. You can't save everybody. You know, and it was good that I liked that part that he came into where he thought I can't save everybody, or Alfred, I'm not gonna save nobody today. And that's fine, but you can't go around saving everybody. And it was about his depressing life and how he couldn't speak up for himself. It was the storyline. And then he felt like, being Spider-Man to save people was like a curse on him or something. And so, yeah. Gosh, he's not even happy when he's saving people, it seemed like it. So, that's what the storyline was about to me.
The storyline to me was a solid storyline. Like, it took you into the depths of Peter Parker more than Spider-Man. So you understand, like, what... I'm not sure how a normal person would react to it, but, like, the stuff that somebody's going through and, like, the stuff that, like, I guess holding back in life and you just don't want to try to explain it to somebody else, or you don't know how to say it to other people. Maybe that's what the story... I don't know, I thought the storyline was interesting, where somebody's dealing with an issue and he didn't know how to convey it to his friends and family, but when he put on this mask, like, he was like, go out and do whatever he want and wherever he can be, but then come back to, like, I don't know how to tell you that I'm this and I'm that, and just kind of holding stuff in.
That's a good perspective.
And at the end, he finally was to say, hey, this is me, accept it or leave it. So I understand that storyline, and to me, it was a solid. It wasn't the greatest superhero storyline, but it wasn't the worst. Like, it could have been so much more cheesier, it could have been so much more plot. It was a solid storyline, better than the first one. I gave it solid.
Interesting. I thought Spider-Man 1 was good. It was a good movie.
Oh, you should have rewatched it with us.
I haven't rewatched it in probably 10 years, but I think when I watched it years ago, I thought it was a good movie. And this storyline here, and I like your perspective on that, because that is a good perspective to have if you look at it that way.
So grading time. No, before we get to grading, it is a movie you should say people should spend a Friday night watching.
Only if you're a serious comic book fan. If you are, then yes.
Okay, what about somebody who's not a serious comic book fan? What do you think they should watch this movie?
No Friday night, nothing. Don't watch this movie.
I think, to be honest, this is not a Friday night movie to watch. I don't think this is a movie you should watch on a Friday night. We'll get a bunch of friends over, a little movie gathering party. This is not that movie.
Because if y'all do, y'all all gonna be on your phones.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all be on your phones, but it has moments. It has moments where it drives out. It has moments where it picks up. I think this movie's a good Saturday evening movie, Saturday afternoon, or Sunday movie. Something where you can kind of chill and relax and just entertain yourself for a few hours. Grading time. What did you give this movie?
I'm gonna give it a C, only because the visuals and some of the special effects was laughable, but I'll give it a C because of the visual effects. They put some effort into the graphic effects of the movie, even though it was from 2004. They were working for what they was working with back then. It was pretty good. So the story was about 30 minutes too long for being a 2-hour movie. It shouldn't have been that long, but yeah. So it's a C movie for me.
I'm gonna give this movie a solid B. As a comic book fan, it's probably why I might have a little more of a, not bias, but like a little more of a different take on it. I give it a B. The storyline was a solid storyline. It wasn't stuff that made me go cringe, but at the same time, it held my attention, and I think it gave you things to think about in this movie. So a solid B, nothing more. Well, thanks, Mom, for coming on to this episode of Movie Showdowns. I really appreciate it. Like to have your different take on it. And Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening on SoundCloud or watching on Facebook, YouTube. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Please give it a like. Please give it a comment or subscribe to my show, my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Also, in the comments, please leave a request for a movie you want us to review, a movie you want us to look at. Thank you again, and see you next time, the next episode of Movie Showdowns. Hey guys, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up if you really enjoy it. If there's a comment or there's a topic or something you want me to talk about in the future, please put it in the comment section below. Also, please click on subscribe if you want more videos of Grind Towards Success or Movie Showdowns. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And lastly, you can follow me on Instagram here. Follow me on Snapchat there for more daily and motivational tips. And you can watch the next episode of Grind Towards Success here, or the previous episode, or you can watch another episode of Movie Showdowns here, which is my movie review series. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And see you in the next episode. Keep being awesome.